What's going on, everyone? Draftapalooza, the finale. And I was hoping that I could actually I was hoping to maintain this one, but we are back. Draftapalooza. Last official DAP of the season, guys. So this is going to be it. Swan song for the show. Next week we're shifting 100% to NFL Week 1 DFS. And of course, still talking some redraft. If you're doing redraft leagues, you're in the point right now in your redraft league where you're drafting. We got to get it going. So we're going to talk through some player rankings. We'll get into some redraft stuff here alongside this draft today. But we're going back to drafters. I'm really loving this site, guys. I like the format of these games, and I'm going to get a bunch of slows going between now and the start of the season on this site because I love the format. I've been talking this up, but as I'm doing that, let's see if we can get in one of these bad boys. I'm going to go to a fast main event draft here. Let's just join it. Let's get in. Count going to be charged $15. There we go. Tattoo number 4 member league is open as well. So for anybody that wants to join some of our member leagues, we've just been doing these $25 best ball super flex leagues, 12-man, normal like your regular standard fantasy football league, but no management on the Sleeper app. I like it. No management is good. I don't want to manage a million teams in season when my focus is DFS in season, but I do enjoy drafting teams and crushing all of you guys and taking your money. So if you want me to take your money by crushing you in a best ball 12-team league, hit up Tattoo or go in my, if you're in DFS Army, hit us, go to my channel in the Discord. The link is there. Join the league, pay your $25, and we will draft against each other. I will take your money. Consider it a donation to the Geek Fund, the Human Fund, as I like to call it, the Human Fund, where we support humans. 3 more left to join here, main event. So if you want to join me in this main event contest, let's go. I will be giving away another main event ticket during this stream as well. And fantasy football news, Josh Jacobs. Things are getting sticky. Things are getting sketchy with Josh Jacobs. Why? Now there's some claim that there's video of Josh Jacobs doing something possibly nefarious regarding the domestic violence charges that had come up against him. So if that video comes out, I haven't seen a video. My understanding of the video is a little sketchy, more like you see somebody on the floor, but you don't know how they got there. I haven't seen it. All I know is the odds of Josh Jacobs getting that suspension, even this year, are up a little bit. So, proceed with caution right now. We don't know what's going to happen. I'm still of the mind that probably nothing's going to happen, but I always think that way. I'm like an optimist. Yeah, there's no Ray Rice. There's no Kareem Hunt level face kick in the video as far as I've heard. People forgot that Kareem Hunt was in one of those. I think it was Kareem Hunt, the Kareem. So none of that, but there is some video. I don't know. I tend to think it's not going to be anything. Now, another thing to let everybody know is I've been doing backtest season continues at DFS Army. So for those of you who are DFS Army subscribers, which you should be if you play DFS, if you want to join the best. Let's go to the draft here. But for those of you who are doing that, in the evenings this past week, we did 3 backtest streams, maybe 3. We did one for showdowns, and the showdowns, we literally put in our very complex simulation boost rules. Very complex. We won all 3 showdown contests that we tested, but more importantly, we proved the methodology that I discovered in the Showdown Codex playbook, which is available right here, DFS Army, under playbooks. The Showdown Codex is gold. I didn't even sell this. This is a book that I could have put on Amazon for $199, $199, some amount of money like that. I said, no, I'm keeping it for DFS Army only because it's too good. We are winning showdowns at a 20% clip, a number unheard of in the industry. We're going to absolutely take the DFS space by storm. All using AI intelligence and math approaches to basically backtest the shit out of all of this. So again, what we're doing is coming up with edges. Joining that league, by the way, so I'm in. Here's number 4. We're coming up with edges that have never been doable in the past because we have not had the level of technology that we have now, checking, testing, back testing, and diving in the data. So really exciting stuff. Back test streams. We've also been doing main slate back testing. We've got a book in the playbook covering like the shark study, looking at all the most high volume players in the DFS space and really looking at every single. Oh, here we go. We're on the clock here, so let's make our pick. Oh, you want to leave me Jonathan Taylor, do you? Jonathan Taylor seems to drop in this format. I'll take him every time. All right, back to it. So, yeah, in the playbooks, the shark study is really interesting. This one is a really good read, really short, but it goes over top brand name. Actually, I'll open it up here on screen. It goes over top name volume players. Here we go. And you can get a little look at this. And the baseline is we recorded every entry, every lineup that these guys entered into a main slate, large format GPP. We see what they won. I had a couple guys, Giant Squid, Lunch Money, Uticow. All three of these guys won. Most of them won a Millie Maker to have that profitability. But notice even with the Millie Maker win, they're up less than $1 million. Here we go. Here we go. Round 2. Let's see what we get. This is a best ball format, of course, on Drafters, and they have full PPR. This contest is called the main event, which is a cumulative score contest. So we don't have to worry about stacking. That's what I like about that. I can draft these so casual. I just need to know ball, right? Knowing ball is going to be the thing that helps you in this. So that's what I like. Got Genty and Jonathan Taylor to start, and I'm going to shift back over here because I want to show you like the biggest name, the biggest volume players. This is kind of what they did. This is how much money they made or lost in main slate contests. Look at Mock Lovin, in for $1.8 million, out for 1.3, a loss of $500,000 for him in main slate only, large GPPs. This does not count everything that these guys do, and I'm sure a lot of these guys make a lot of money doing other things. Here's JBC. JBC, well-known Saber Sim guy. He's down about 50% of his money over a 2-year span attacking main slates. Nerdy Tenor, well-known guy, also down 50%. But you've got a couple of names like Giant Squid, Lead Lunch Money. Uticow is one of my favorites just in his playing style. But this book breaks down the playing style. Do they fade chalk? Do they embrace chalk? Do they go all in on certain spots? And what was interesting about this, but here's Dink Piece, does not play much NFL, but when he does play, he does it profitably. Love the Dink. Plays profitable, but does not much of an NFL guy with this volume. I just pulled him out because I knew the name. Awesemo has a win. So you look for, did he ever have a win? Awesemo got a win in there. Still down 20K over the last couple of years in main slate contests. Yeah, I'm assuming not just their cash games, Taco. I believe that, these guys, some of them, not all, but some of these names are very well known in the 3-man contest, the 10-man contest, the 20-person contest. And that's something I've been stressing for years, that if you exclusively play in large field GPPs and DFS, you're probably going to be not profitable until you hit a Millie Maker, right? So you cannot hammer this amount of volume out generally. Like Shady Advice, I know he's a good player. He's down almost 200,000, but he's winning other things. But these guys, in order, like Chipotle Addict is not that good at GPPs. He's down over half his money. But these guys play in a lot of other contests in DFS. And it's a reminder. You should look at that and say, understand that some of the highest volume players, I don't like to use the term best. I don't know who's good. I don't know who's bad. But the high volume guys are staying in the game. They're staying in the game, not with their prowess. Trey McBride. Oh, it's so tempting. It's so tempting. But I love my boy McConkey. and I can get tight ends late. So not going to do it. All right. So my point is, with these big name sharks, the way that they stay in the game, and this is important, is they're winning, like they're entering $1,000, 10 team leagues, or a $500 20 teamer, or a $5,000 entry 7-man league. That's how they make their money. They play in a lot of 3-man. And I think 3-man leagues are a great way to test yourself and your lineup building abilities against these type of guys. They are beatable. They're not that good. Most of them are using pretty chalky approaches, but you just have to have a lot of balls. And that's one of the big things in DFS. Some of these guys just have balls of steel. And if you have balls of steel, listen, it's hard to enter $1,000 contest one week, not win, and then go back to it the next week. You're like, oh, it's too much pain. So that's a different approach. But these guys play in top dollar. But again, the more important takeaway should be everybody needs to understand that if you're only attacking large field GPPs, most people, even the best, until you get a win at first place, you're going to probably be down money. Yeah, 10K 3-mans. That's right. So these guys make a lot of their money in those type of contests. They're just put a lot of money in a smaller field that you don't need to in those contests have a perfect score. So many people look at like tournament winning scores and think, oh my God, I got to fucking find the week where Trey Tucker and Geno Smith at 0.05% ownership go off for 40 points. No one's hitting that. No one's hitting that approach. So it's not a big deal. We're 2 away. Let's see what's going on in the draft here. But it is a fun conversation to talk about NFL DFS coming up, how you could play it profitably, and everything that I've been saying over these years continues to hold true. Let's see here, 56, ADP 47. We're not going to get much at running back coming back to us, but I want my boy Parker Washington in as many lineups as I can get him. So I'm going Parker, even at 41, man. I've been pushing him up. Maybe that's a dangerous move, but I don't give a fuck. All right. So anyway, that's right. You'd be surprised at the low scores that win, how many times that's going to happen. So very strong suggestion. I mean, we do this in DFS Army with the multipliers as well. I love me some 10x multipliers, the 40x multiplier, but even those are large field GPPs in essence. When you go up against 10 people, just put a good lineup in there. Take first. Put $1,000. You make $5 or $6 grand for first place. That's how these guys are building their bankrolls up. There's lower fees, lower commissions on those type of contests, and you're going up against a bunch of kind of sharks that are probably using an optimizer. A lot of them use like just an optimizer generated lineup with a couple of twists. I don't really know though. A lot of times you can get edge on these guys. Like I'll listen to ETR last season was pushing Jacoby Myers. Couple of sites like that were pushing Jacoby Myers like crazy. And it was very obvious to me that Parker Washington was the man. But yet, wherever you listen, because there was such groupthink, they were pushing Jacoby Myers. And these pros were listening to that and playing Myers. And so it was like a really easy pivot last season. Just play chalk. And when Myers was the chalk guy, just swap over to Parker Washington. We already knew that Parker was ahead of him. We knew it at DFS Army. We were talking it up the whole time. We were laughing at the guys who were pushing the other chalk because they're just, I don't know what to say. They fall for certain things that they shouldn't. So we were laughing at that. We're like, this isn't the guy. They got the guy wrong. That's not the guy. And so that's how you could beat those types of players. When on those weeks, watch Tournament Tactics on a Friday, right? How many times in Tournament Tactics were we like, this guy's the fucking chalk quarterback? What are they, crazy? Why are you making Derek Carr the chalk quarterback? And those guys all played that chalk quarterback. So like when there's an obvious chalk piece that's bad, that's such a great spot to attack those smaller tournaments as well. It's an obvious bad play, and yet they can't help themselves. Those are the times that you could really crush it. Looking around this league, guys, we've got 9 in here with us. What's up, 9? 911. in the chat. Ray Zanny, by the way, I sent you an invite if you want to join the conversation here on screen. Over on Twitter, Ray Zanny in the house. What's up? But get in that league. Tattoo, if you're in here, post the link in here. Fill these fucking leagues up. Let's do a few more. We got 4 leagues going. It's embarrassing. It's embarrassing, just 4 leagues. I want to take all of your monies. Take on the geek head to head. You don't get better than that. You get to go up against the big dog. Bragging rights. Where's Fact 75? Where's my guy? Fact 74. He was in a bunch of those leagues with us last season. There goes Jonathan Brooks. Pick 61. That's crazy. What I love about this contest is I can like minimal pay attention to it and draft it at this point because I'm so comfortable with my ADPs at this point, and this does not require any sort of stacking, so it's perfect. What's up, Chris Anderson? Yo, yo. Yeah, it's makes it a lot easier. I like drafting these because you don't have to pay that close of an attention. To what's going on. Exposure check. I don't have enough exposure. I did look at my exposures. I think I've only done, 10 drafts so far. So I haven't done oh, yeah, dude. Come on. You're going to leave me Ramondre? You forgot about Dre? What are they, crazy? You forgot about Dre? Get our 4th running back. What? Why would you do that? I know what I'm doing. We got overlapping bye weeks here with these running backs, so we need to get a bunch of them. Overlapping bye weeks. Concerning. Washington. Look at all these overlapping bye weeks. This is cumulative scoring format, so overlapping bye weeks, not that good. Not that good. You need to win bad, Chris. He needs to win. What do you need to win, Chris Henderson? What do you need to win? DFS? We know how you win at DFS. It starts with going to DFS Army, right? You sign up with promo code BOOK, which is still active for another 2 days. That gives you 20% off our subscription. Then you go to the DFS Army playbooks here, cracking the DFS code, the Showdown Codex, how to stack showdowns, learn the approaches. One of the differences, Chris, between DFS Army and everywhere else is we put the settings together. We do back testing together. We've come up with settings for the optimizer and show the exact approach with how to use those settings. But one thing I can't force you to do, Chris, is number one, I can't drill the information into your brain. I can't do that for you. You have to sign up at DFS Army. You have to read these books and you have to participate, watch our backtest streams, participate them so you learn how to use the tool. With showdowns, same idea. We've broken showdowns. We've got the formula for 20% win rates, but I can't force you to get signed up and learn, watch the backtest stream or read the How to Stack Showdowns book, which will show you exactly how to crush showdowns regardless of what it is. That part is up to you. All we can do is let you know it's there, let you know that that's how we win. DFS Army members get the training on how to use the tools. It's a big difference between what we do in other sites. It's a big difference. Like, we're going to show you how to use the tools. Yeah, Turd Ferguson is shooting up the draft boards. I don't know if I agree with it. Again, Turd Ferguson shot up because ETR bounced up his ranking massively because there was some news out of camp that he's learning other routes. All right. Believe that if you will, okay? Believe what you want. I liked him when I was getting him with the very last pick in my drafts. I'm certainly avoiding spending a 14th rounder on the Turd, while like much better tight ends with much less competition for targets are still available. So, let people do what they want. Let people do what they want. Ray Zanny, you could have come on. There's no bad advice here. It's just player takes. Plus, I just like hanging out with you and talking shit. So would have been all good.
Fist bump push-up testing. FEC's a way of life. I'm a Guido for life.
There he is. Yes, it's very simple. Not only is it simple to read, though, we do backtest streaming together. What I've been doing 2 hours a night, all week long, every night at 8. I have all the DFS Army members on. We put the theories and approaches from these books that we've backtested, that we've spent millions and millions of lineups on, backtesting, and we teach you how to do it. You will experience the feeling of running a winning lineup. Our optimizer is not like anybody else. We have backtest mode. We keep every slate. I have every slate for the last 7 or 8 seasons, and we go back in time and rerun those slates. Want to speak to you, DFS Army at the top. Well, like I said, get in and don't forget to join our Discord. Very important to be in the Discord if you sign up at DFS Army. You have to be, you don't have to, you do whatever you want. A lot of people sign up for like DFS Army Lite. They don't join the Discord. They don't get the training. They don't get the backtest streams. They don't join Players Club on Saturdays where we build lineups together during the season. Listen, private people, all good. What we say is, listen, what we say is the, hang on. Now I need to pay attention for just a second. A lot of my favorites are gone. Quarterback, we already have one. Let's go wide receiver here. Yeah, Cortland Sutton. It's fine. Anyway, SaberSim, not the greatest. I've spent a ton of money. Yeah, I mean, listen, you're going to SaberSim, and no offense to those guys, but I mean, first we just showed their, you know, the pros that use them. A lot of them are losing money. The problem is that that system is so automated. Costs $300 a month. It's ridiculous. Doesn't win at any beneficial level. And their concept of sims is very different from my concepts of sim. Like the Domination Station Optimizer simulates actual game action within the lineup that you're creating. They're looking at contest simulations and basically everything that SaberSim or the contest simulators at SaberSim and Stochastic do for $300 a month. The contest simulation is simply just play low-owned lineups. So we achieve a better version of that just by capping total ownership exposure in each lineup. Wandale, you would have liked Taco? Yeah, could have done that. Could have done that. Do you like Bryce Young or CJ Stroud stacks for week 1 DFS? I mean, no. Neither one really popping for me outside of, let's call it large field GPP. We've learned in our backtest that there is virtually no home quarterback favored that, or a home quarterback in general that is not at least somewhat viable in large format GPP. But I certainly wouldn't be playing those guys in my handcraft that I'm going to go up against all those names that you just saw before, handcrafting lineups. Certainly not playing those guys in those formats. So yes, for large field GPP, because everybody's good in a large field GPP. Yeah, and the nuts, by the way, took our data. Domination Station built a full Claude bot, figuring out your own sims. Also good. I say for main slates, do your thing, man. Main slates are hard enough to win. Even in backtesting, even in full data study, we're still achieving about a 4% win rate, uninformed by the player pool. So if you find any edge in main slate DFS, it's a you know, we see it here again with the Shark study. Main slate DFS, these guys are playing, and most of these guys are playing in every single contest, every single week. Look how few wins some of them have. Look, these guys played every contest, most of them. The vast majority did not achieve a win. Not one. Not a single win. And this is across the flea, the slant, the milli maker, the smaller content. No wins. Yeah, afternoon only slate. Taco, you know, my biggest regret this offseason is that I didn't get a lot of time. I didn't get time to backtest afternoon onlys or do a full data study on them, because I think that's a much, much more winnable and lean heavier into correlations type of contest. Yeah, I agree. We need to do some backtest. Taco, Give me some ideas, man. I need to back test that. Let's do some back testing on afternoon only. I really think it could win, but I just ran out of time. And part of the deal was this offseason, how much time getting all our stuff put together, getting the books written, and diving into all that data. I spent so much time on it that when I got to what would have been afternoon only, it was either like I need to either spend the time getting the information out to our subscribers or continuing in the lab and just diving into data. But I figured that just having all that data, diving in and all of that, but not distributing it, not doing the teaching, not doing the backtest streams would have been a problem, because what the hell was the point of learning everything that we learned this offseason, of diving into over millions of lineups and all of that. And diving into those techniques, 6 million lineups generated in backtesting this offseason, because I figured out how to script my computer to backtest. What would have been the point if I couldn't let you guys know what we learned? So you have to either do one or the other. I can't be in research mode and also content mode. So I kind of had to make a choice. Mr. 5 Cent says he'd rather play 50 cash games or 50 cash lineups in 5 to 10 versus going all out. And that's right. If you want to play profitably, that is a correct move. Or play in the 10-man league, the 20-person league. Cash games are all right too, but like I like the 3-man leagues, the 10-person leagues, the 20-person leagues. Put a little more money on them and try to beat people in a, quote, no ball situation instead. No, not no balls like no balls, but I know ball situation, rather than, again, large format GPPs are very much like the BBM contest, where spreading your exposures around is almost just as important as what players you're picking, because you never know when Trey Tucker goes up for 43 points, fantasy points in a game at 2% owned. And if you didn't have him, or last year, there was a week we were doing back testing before where Woody Marks at like 0.5% ownership went bonkers. Now, I don't know why that happened. I don't remember, but it was very, very difficult to get a Woody Marks lineup going. $149, $133. It was very difficult to get a Woody Marks lineup going for that reason. Going K-Shack. What's the latest on Josh Jacobs? The latest is there is a video. We haven't seen it. Doesn't seem to show that much. From what I heard, it's like the aftermath. Maybe somebody maybe the wife kind of like on the ground or something. There appears to have been a physical contact of some sort, but we don't know anything beyond that. And as far as like, will a suspension happen? It right now is super up in the air. If that video comes out and it looks scary, that the NFL will probably have to act. But normally the way the NFL operates in these situations, it does like to wait. Zoomies. Could have been a Houston blowout game. I genuinely don't know. I think it was week 6. We were just back testing it. Those backtest streams are still available to go back and watch, even if you can't watch them live. Yeah, he's dropping. So he's dropping massively. Right now, arrow pointing down on Jacobs because the fear of the suspension has increased in the last couple of days. Like, it's feeling more and more like, yeah, maybe he won't get suspended. So his arrow is pointing down right now. Swift against Panthers or Monty against the Bills in week 1? Oh, good question. You know what? I don't really have either one of those super high on my list, but wait, we got a pick to make here. So give me a second. I love Trey Tucker, 149. He's one of my Trey Tucker's one of my flag plants this year. I have Trey Tucker a ton. So I'm just letting you know. Trey Tucker's one of those guys I'm planting the flag with. WR1 for his team. Malik Washington, too. You'll see a lot of these guys I take a ton of. Swift against the Panthers or Monty against the Bill. I don't know. Either one is a reasonably good play. Probably lean more Swift. But let's see what happens with Monungai's health and any other news before now and then. I don't have a strong take on that. Mr. 5 Cent got the Mandals. Mr. 5 Cent, send me a Mandal. Check this out. Mandel. Let's see if that's it. Uh-oh. Mr. 5 Cent, what's that email address? What's that website for the Mandels, bro? The Mandel, Howie Mandel? Come on, you don't love Howie Mandel. No one loves Howie Mandel. Unless you're like 60. You like ADD, extreme hand washing humor, Taco. Other names that I load up on, by the way, Malik Washington, Adonai Mitchell. These are guys that I'm like flag planting. Yeah, look, Turd Ferguson all the way up to 150. That's pure ETR rankings right there. This guy was somebody you can get it at 200 plus. I was getting him early in the offseason as like a sneaky play. I have no interest in Turd Ferguson at this price. Reminds me of the Jacoby Myers call from last season. Not something I want to jump on board with. What's the point of playing best ball across multiple sites when you can just concentrate on one site like DK? That's a great question. And my answer is the contest is simply different. And if you're playing best ball and you're not diving deep into understanding the contest and the rules of that contest that you're entering, then number one, you're doing best ball super wrong. So once you understand that the contest is built completely differently, then I want you to think about what contest style suits your play. And I'm going to explain it. I'm going to explain it and make it simple. So on Underdog, or you said DK as an example. You said, why not concentrate on DK? DK plays the same contest format as the BBM, which is you spend the first 14 weeks producing a score that could get into the playoffs. And then in the playoffs, you have these pods where you need to put up big numbers each week, exclusive of what you did in the preseason, to advance to a giant final, which will normally have, let's say, 500 to 700 people. And again, your scores from the regular season are mostly erased. And it's just like, how did you do on week 18 or week 17, the final? And that determines your thing. Should I do VIP or NFL only? Do they both get the setup videos, backtesting, anything? Yes. Airborne, what's up, my brother? First of all, use promo code BOOK. We still have 20% off that ends literally on August 31st. So promo code BOOK, 20% off to celebrate all of the books that we put together this year. And I would say do VIP because you want NASCAR, you want PGA, you want to, and it's not that different in price. But you want NASCAR, you want PGA, you want NBA, of course, you want all the other sports. We've got a lot going on. I love MMA. I love NASCAR. I love PGA, even NHL for tattoo. I don't play it, but I hear the hockey goons at DFS Army are pretty fucking good at what they do as well. So I say do VIP. That being said, we need a tight end here. Still got a few good ones, but not that many. So let's grab number 2. But like I said, I say do VIP, get $20 off. VIP is $99 a month, 20% off. You get it for $79 a month, and it covers all sports, of course, all the back testing. But just an FYI, if you did NFL only, you would also get all of that because our NFL sub, everything we do for NFL is included. Players Club on Saturdays, all the back testing streams, all the optimizer setup streams. We don't leave our players to their own devices. I do optimizer setup streams most weeks for a lot of the showdowns, especially early in the season. I'll probably stop doing them late in the season because it becomes redundant. But early in the season, make sure everybody knows how to get things set up. We do live streams all based out of our Discord. So it's really important that you are signed up. And VIP is the best, of course, because you get all sports. And we love our VIPs. You know how we do. We also love our NFL only guys. Listen, if you're just an NFL person, that's cool too. But it's almost like not that different in price to get the full VIP. Full VIP now with the promo code BOOK. would be $79 a month, covers everything. Again, compare it to $300 or $400 a month for SaberSim and Stochastic, the other sites that have this kind of tool suite. We don't charge $400 a month. We're not corporate owned. I don't have European gambling conglomerate overlords telling us what to do over here like those other sites do. So we can do whatever the fuck we want, and I don't have to overcharge our members. We don't have to do that. We're a collective. Think of it like a credit union instead of a bank. After reading the book, Bryce Young is a home dog by 2.5. Best it could be. Yes, dude. I mean, yes, very much could be. And that's what I'm saying. Take those leans and roll with them. Should I take Bryce Young just to kind of go with your gut? Maybe I'll take Bryce Young here just for you. Why not? Here. There we go. Now I'm on it. But home dog, 2.5. We want, like, ideally a favored quarterback that the field is overlooking. That's an underdog quarterback, so a little less good. Better world, and according to the book, it's the favored, it's that favored overlooked quarterback that really is where a lot of the money is made. But an underdog within 3 points, according to our system, is effectively not that different from being favored. Now, here's another interesting fact from the book when it comes to large format GPPs. Your best chance of winning a large field GPP, your best chance is going to be getting on a quarterback stack that the field simply is not on. Avoid the most obvious. So in week 1, who's the most obvious stack? Joe Burrow, right? Joe Burrow, most obvious stack in week 1. Just a great matchup. Everything points in the sky direction for the Bengals. But you know what? That happened in 2025 week 1, and it was a fail. So what do you do with that? Are we going to not play Joe Burrow? No, we can still play Joe Burrow, but know that even if he hits, the field will be so heavily on that stack that you're going to have to do a lot of other things right in order to try to take down a tournament. And chances are you won't. But if you hit on Bryce Young, who's 1% owned, I don't have ownerships now, but let's say he was 1% owned, and let's say you double stack Bryce Young and Terrence and Coker and Tetaroa both smash, and you end up with a 3-man stack that no one else has. That is the method for winning $1 million. That is the specific method for winning the milli. So that's all I'm saying. You do it right. Get on the guy at the right time. Take your chances in large field GPP. That is the system that leads, the only system that leads to tournament wins the most consistently. So yeah, I'm for it. Kirk Cousins stacks with everybody flocking to play Washington week 1. Sure, why not? I was the Raiders will not have a better matchup all year than their week 1 matchup. I was talking about this. Yeah, they will. Of course you play. Yes, I love Olave. You got to play him. He's expensive. I'm not going away from it. Check out. I already did a first look video, but I'll have more for. I'll have a fresh. I had a way too early first look video out for week 1. It was way too early back in the beginning of August. This week's first look videos for DraftKings and FanDuel week 1, the true ones will come out early next week. But yeah, I mean, you gotta listen. Jahmyr Gibbs chalk week 1 is the ultimate. How do you not play Jahmyr Gibbs in that matchup? It's like the greatest Jahmyr Gibbs setup. He's priced at $8K when he should be probably closer to $10K. Jahmyr Gibbs is money week 1. I'm probably going to eat that chalk. I'm probably just going to eat it and figure out how to get different elsewhere. If Ashton Janty is healthy, he will not have a better matchup all year. Same thing for Malik Willis. Like a lot of these first week. What about Malik Willis to Malik Washington? A stack that no one will play. But they're against the Raiders. Raiders not that good, right? We can get weird. We can get different week 1. We can get crazy. We can go Cypress Hills. Oh, you're getting crazy with SA. Don't you know I'm loco? Go Cypress Hills in week 1, just getting crazy, especially in these milli makers in week 1 that have 7, 8, 900,000 entrants because they're $5 contests. They have those promotional $5 contests. The other thing is, yeah, seems like Malik Willis is getting steamed for a low owned stack. I don't know who's steaming what, who's even talking about week 1, but okay. Don't know right now. Part of the problem, one of the challenges of doing NFL content, by the way, and I'm one of the earliest content creators each week. Like my first look videos come out pretty much first in the industry. I've done that on purpose most of the time, just so I want to be sure that my take is my first take and not tainted by anybody else's thoughts. But one of the challenges is I feel like I put my videos out for week 1. And the same thing happened with best ball, but like put my video out of week 1 on Tuesday, find sneaky plays. And by Friday, they're like, everybody's steaming that play. It's not sneaky. And I'm like, well, it was when I talked about it on Tuesday, not saying that I changed anything, but a lot of other people kind of conclude the same things. And you see it every single week. And then by Friday, I'm already rethinking it. I'm like, man, I thought that guy'd be low owned, but the fact that he's chalk is the exact opposite of what I was hoping for. And then we'll switch something up. Well, all right, well, that didn't work. So let's do something different now. I should have been paying attention. The last part of the draft is where usually more often than not, yeah, like let's just take a 4th tight end here. Who cares? I probably need another running back as mine are overlapping buys. And this is not a good format for having buys. That's, yeah, see the tight ends, I also have overlapping buys. So at least now I have 4 of them. This format is not good for buys that overlap. Again, so what are the format of the main event? By the way, guys, if you are a main event or if you want a free ticket to the Drafters main event, let's get in there. Let's do it. Let's do the randomizer. I'm going to start putting names in. Drafters told me that as long as I do a Airborne, there he is. Guys, give me your usernames here. Airborne, I already got you. But I'm going to erase all these other ones. I can't put in people if you're not here, but Airborne, and let's get some more names. I'm going to do a free giveaway of one of these tickets to the main event, $15 ticket on Drafters. If you're not signed up at Drafters, go check it out. I love this. So promo code DFSARMY, $100 deposit match over there. Go do it now. Draft with us on the next one. But this main event, the way it works. Okay, hold on. Wait a second. Let me make my pick. We've got 4-4-4. I need another running back. Oh, Kamara. Okay. I don't care that he's hurt right now. Okay, here we go. Mert 999. Let me put the names. N9NE. Mert 999. Chris Voss, I'm assuming that's your username, Yipu, or is it Yo Geek? Were you just saying hello? Let me know. Vishes, the latest on Jacobs. I talked about this before, but it's concerning. He is dropping an ADP, but still no definitive news. There's a video. We haven't seen the video, and we don't know what's going to happen there. But there, Holly Shay. Holi. Shay. Holishay. There we go. Oh, what's up, my man? Christmas. Oh, hell yeah. First name never gets it. Wait, Yomert? Wait. No, you're not the first. Tattoo wants one. I'll give you a shot at it. Anybody else that's in there, let me know your username before I run this. Trying to give away free fucking tickets. They cost nothing. Airborne 3504. You're already in there. I left you in from last time, Airborne. That's what's up. Thank you for your service, Airborne. I'm assuming you are a soldier. Airborne, if you are a soldier, we thank you for your service. WSG Goat. Is that a name I'm putting in there? DFS malware or something else? Free 99 tickets. What is this? What is this? What, Ivan Drago, what are you talking about, bro? Oh, CSOG is back. Let's go. Let me get you in there. Don't make it confusing for me. I'm trying to do a giveaway, and you guys are typing fucking names. I don't know if it's your name. Oh, yeah. You see, you're typing codes in here. I don't know what the hell's going on. Fucking paratrooper, dude. It's a badass motherfucker right here. That's a man. It's a fucking badass. Wish I was a badass like that. Hell yeah. Thank you for your service, bro. Mr. 5 Cent, that's what's up. Mr. 5 Cent, give me the website. I'm not even joking when I say in my office, I light up Mandels before I do my Dom station setups now. It just puts me in a mood. I never even had a candle before. Not a guy with candles. Mr. 5 Cent took care of that. Yeah. I'm telling you, I light them up. Smells great. Get in the headspace. Zen. Put the Zen on. Zen and calm. Light up a mandel. It's fucking great. Who else goes in the randomizer? We're giving away this ticket. Well, I'm on the clock. Hold up. 4, 4, 3. Any running backs of note? No. Oh yeah, let's go Pop Douglas in there. I keep getting Pop Douglas because people don't realize he's at least a wide receiver that's going to be on the field most of the time. Yeah. My name. Oh, here we go. Aaron Reborn. This is my team. Caleb, Etienne, Tootin, Lamb, Lamb, Jefferson, Loveland, Mike Evans, Diggs, Cam Little, Bo Nix, Jacoby Krosky, Merritt, Tank Dell. Yeah. So the only downside of this team is because you double tap Lamb and Jefferson at the 1-2 turn, you've got a super injury prone Mike Evans in there and Loveland, a luxury tight end. Your running back group doesn't look good. Etienne and Tootin is just okay. It's not enough. It's just okay. So when I look at this lineup, what's Cam Little? Is that a defensive player? We're playing defense here? Ugh, IDP. Don't play IDP. But in general, I mean, it's not bad. I like JCM, and, there's some decent names in here. Tank Dell is one of my guys, but I'm not sure that he's like a redraft guy. He's more of somebody I like in best ball. Is this a best ball team? How do you think I can improve, and who should I trade for? So that was not a best ball team? I'll tell you how I would improve it. I would have used my rankings to start, and then you never would have picked Jefferson and Lamb. You would have taken running backs. The idea in 2026, this season, the meta for me, in my mind, is, fuck. All right, I was hoping for that. How much time? 3 seconds. You know what? Samaje. Just YOLO. Just YOLO. YOLO. 4 tight ends, 3 quarterbacks, 6 running backs, 7 wide receivers, good wide receivers. Anyway, guys. Oh, the kicker. Oh, I'm like, what? We playing? Oh, yeah, Cam Little's good, actually. That's a good kicker. I don't memorize kicker names outside of the top 2 or 3 guys. Cam Dicker. But Cam Little's one of the good ones, too. Of course, Brendan Aubrey is your super weapon kicker. How I would improve that team is I would look to trade Jefferson to somebody who likes Justin Jefferson for like Kenny Walker or James Cook. I would then look to trade CeeDee Lamb maybe for something too. Like, I mean, this team's good. It's just not the way I'm constructing my teams this year. I like going early running backs, get the 2 studs, no matter the cost. And then there's so many good wide receivers in rounds 3, 4, and 5. That's where you get Parker Washington, Christian Watson. That's where you get Devontae. That's where you get a lot of really great DJ Moore. There's a lot of great pass catchers 3, 4, and 5. Devontae Smith is in round 3. Olave's in round 3. That's the approach for 2026. That's how I do it. So now that the team is drafted, let's do it the next time. Yeah, I'm not into that. I do not want to learn about an IDP player by any stretch. Let's go back here. Guys, we've got the drafters. We've got the wheel of names. And I've got 1, 2, 3, We got a bunch of names in here. No one else is dropping names in the chat. So let's call it right there. You guys ready for the spin? Let's do a spin. Let's give away a free ticket to the Drafters main event. You ready? Give me some ready marks in the chat. Give me some ready marks. I want to know that you guys are watching. You're ready. Yeah, let's fucking go. Let's go. Here we go. Here we go. Wait, Mert said not to spin it while it's pointing on him. JMJR. Oh, there you go. One more. All right. I'm going to add one more. JMJR. See? Last second. Added one more. You guys ready? Let's give away a ticket. Hit it. Come on. Big numbers, big numbers, big numbers, big number. Airborne. Airborne. Yo. Boom. Airborne. Let's go. It's fun that I talked to Airborne a bit, thanked him for his service, drew some attention to the name, and of course he won. You guys are like, it's cheating. I don't control this. I don't control that. All right, let's send it over to the producer. Airborne gets a free or a ticket. You will find that in your account as soon as tomorrow. Nice work. Nice work. Good stuff. All right. Randomizer out. Airborne. Vacationing at Lake of America up towards the top of New York State. That's where he vacations. At the Lake of America. New York. Upstate. All right. Where were we? Oh, I forgot to put up my forgot to put up my swagger, my bag, my swag, my banner swag. Wait a minute. Where is that? Oh, Draftapalooza. There we go. Got the swag back on screen. Draftapalooza. All right. I'm going to look at both contests here, see like what's close to fill. Fast 6 of 12 for the Survivor. I love Survivor. You guys want to do a Survivor or you want to do another main event? I want to keep going, man. Let's draft a bunch of teams. If I had food, I could have like just gone all day. Let's see what the main event looks like. 6 of 12. The Survivor, we're at 7 of 12. You know what? Let's do a Survivor. We're at 7 of 12, and I'll talk through this format as well. Here we go. Join Survivor. I like the show Survivor too, by the way. Side note. But Survivor, how does this work? Yeah, everybody wants the Survivor. All right, join it up. 2 more to join. Oh, we're filling them. The Survivor is my favorite of all of the contests. The way this one works is every single week, the entire field is judged, okay? The bottom 25% of scores are eliminated. So strategy here is don't be in the bottom 25% ever. Don't suck, and you will be do well. Here we go. Airborne's in there. Oh, Airborne, you made a lot of lineups already. You've been in this. JM Jr. Here in the chat. In this thing, we're not drafting again. I mean, somewhat. 9 is in here. Sayasog, first Survivor. We see a lot of people here that have not drafted a ton. So I don't know how many of these are you guys. Maybe I needed that as one of you. I don't know. Am I buying the dip on Genty? Hell yeah. That's one of the biggest sucker dips ever. Hell yeah. I grab Genty wherever I can. In round 2 because that's just a sucker dip. And I love sucker dips. Sucker dip. Let the suckers dip. Guys, by the way, for fantasy football this year, there is extreme value in pick number 1. I love Jahmyr Gibbs. Jahmyr Gibbs is going to break fantasy football records. 9, that's a great, I love getting that 1 spot. It's fantastic. Jahmyr Gibbs is going to hold this team down. I feel like everybody who doesn't pick 1.0 overall is at a disadvantage this year. That's how good Jammy is. There's a contest that goes on for a big money contest. Actually, I'm going to do a breakdown of that draft. A bunch of dudes each put up $100,000, and they collected $1.2 million for a high-stakes fantasy football league. I'm going to put a video out on that probably tomorrow, just going over what they did. $1.2 million 12-man league. Amazing. So I'm going to do a breakdown. I haven't seen the draft board yet, but I will, and we're going to do a breakdown of it. Now, again, we are looking at drafters. This is a full PPR format. I'm on the clock. And once again, I mean, it seems like they just want me to have Jonathan Taylor in every one of these drafts, and I accept it. Where did we have to drop our usernames? Here in the chat. Yes. Did you not get in there, Hurricane Mike? Did you drop a name, and did I forget to include you? I don't see any. Yeah, but it's right here in the chat. I feel like, have you not, Hurricane Mike, wait a second. Did you win one? So far, we had somebody called First Rounder, Iluvzinovska, Trapped 920, Airborne. Hurricane Mike, what's your name on Drafters? And especially, did you sign up through my DFS Army promo code? That makes me want to give you a ticket even more. Like if I know that you're like, yeah, dude, I got in with your code DFS Army, appreciate it. That makes me want to give you a ticket. Like force another one. Yeah, I don't think I gave away enough tickets for this. Now that I'm looking at it, probably had some more to give away. Hook 20. We'll do another. You know what? Let's do another one. Fuck it. Fuck it. Should I do another one? Hold on. You know what? I say yeah. I'm going to do one more giveaway. Put your names in the chat. Fuck it. Marion Hampton goes. Yeah, where is I? Randomizer. Let's go back to that link. The Wheel of Names. I like the Wheel of Names. Who else? Airborne, you got one. I'm taking you out. I'm taking you out. Let's do another one. Who's that? Hook 20? Fuck it. I'll tell them I did another stream. I'm on the clock. AJ Brown with Barkley. Oh my goodness. Walker, HN, Genty. This is too good. Hold on. Chris Mack, 16. Holishay, you're already in there. Chris Mack, 16 gets in there. Who'd I say? Who's the other dude? Hurricane. Hurricane Mike, what's your username, bro? What's your username? You have another chance to do it. Genty goes all the way. I mean, come on. Puka and Genty together. That is dangerous. Siasag, you're already in there. I think you're already in there. I got you. Holishay, you're in there. Chris Mack, 16. I got you in there. But I want to get this other fellow here, Hurricane Mike. All right, I'm just adding you in. I need your actual name, though. It has to be your username on Drafters, or the ticket will not go to the right person. Oh, Holishay. How do you know? We got to use code DFS Army, bro. Get the $100 deposit match. But I'm still keeping you on the spinner. Hell yeah. What's up, I Cheech? Maybe you Cheech, but I Chong, motherfucker. How do you like that? You Cheech, I Chong. I kind of do Chong. Guys, if we want to buy viewers on Twitch Max, apparently you can go to that and buy viewers. Do people do this? Why would you do that? Why? Why would you do it? I don't know. We are on Twitch now, so shout out to my Twitch peeps. Twitch is a fun format for like live streaming. Maybe Tattoo Freak, me and you will do DFS or the Army After Dark on Twitch. Feels like a Twitch thing. That's where people just sit around, stream, talk shit, play some video games, play a little Call of Duty. In the off season, we're going full playing video games all day. I'm done. I'm done with it. Just ready to play up a game. I need my lad McConkey. I need Lad McConkey in my life as much as possible. You guys want to hang out after the season for DFS Army After Dark? Just like video games, talking shit, tattoo there, just hanging out, being tattoo. Me just talking smack for hours while playing video games. People jumping on. Become the next, Asma Gold or whatever those guys are. Yeah, hey, the crew's down for it, man. We might do it in the offseason. Maybe we'll do that and just draft best ball teams. But like in a less formal setting. Just like talking shit. Oh, man. Wheel of names, guys. Wheel of names. Is anybody missing here? I got 9, Mert, Holashay, Tattoo Freak, Sayasog, Mr. 5 Cent, JMJR, Hook 20, Chris Max 16. I got Hurricane Mike 11. I haven't played Madden but in a long time, but I have. Tattoo Freak, the people want DFS Army After Dark. They say they will hang out. We got to do it. Anyway, got the names in. Any more names coming, guys? Last chance. Give me your username. Mert999. Come on, Mert. Haven't you won it? Oh, yeah, you're in there, Mert. You're in there. Mert, have you not won one of these yet? Damn. Damn. Sayasog 9. Mert, you're in there. You're in there. You're right here. I got you. I got you. You think we can get Taylor on? If we could get Taylor Swift on the show, 100% we'd blow up. All right, hold on. I'm on the clock. ETN, blah, blah, blah. Montgomery, Basil Tootin. Still 157? No, we're going to get them on the next run. So we need our wide receiver action here. Tight end is Colston Loveland. Ooh, right? But no. Survivor, don't need that. Need running backs. No, going to take a wide receiver. Wilson. Fuck it. That's my first share of Garrett Wilson. Spaniard, you in there? Are you in there? What's the wheel for? We're giving away a ticket to the Drafters main event. So if you have an account on Drafters, drop your username in the comments here, and I will add you to the spinner to win a free ticket. We already gave away one. It's a $15 ticket. Listen, it's not that much, but hey, it's fun to watch a giveaway. We spin it and somebody wins. So Spaniard, if you're not signed up at Drafters, again, I love this format. This is quickly becoming my favorite place to do best ball because I really like their main event. I like that there's a weekly winner and a cumulative scoring, so I don't have to stack. Same thing here with the Survivor, 75%. 75% advance every single week. All you have to do is draft a team that doesn't suck, and we'll get to the final rounds. This Survivor is something, I'm telling you, if I had the time, I'm putting 150 lineups in this. And I genuinely think I would get like 50 to 60 of them to the final. Like, in my own mind, that's how good I am. Probably not true, but that's what in my own head I think. I just want to draft more and more. It's just like a matter of how much time do you have. But I love this format. 75% advance every single week. Bottom 25, 25% that suck. They don't advance. Like this guy taking Neighbors. This guy's not going to advance. Chris, this is a power drafter. He's not going to advance with this crapola draft. You know what I mean? We're going to leave him behind. We're going to leave some of these guys behind. Cubano Shake. What's up, my brother? Let's get you in there. Cubano Shake 10. Cubano Shake. Shout out to the Cuban people. You know, my best friend in college, Cubano Shake. My best friend in college, Ryan Lazaro. Big Earn, I called him. Cuban. Exactly the kind of person that you expect, like a hothead a little bit, but a deep thinker. Love the Cubans. Not a fan of the Cuban sandwich, but I love the Cuban people. Yeah, not a big Cuban sandwich guy, though. Yeah, this is the Jadarian Price spot. Let's go. Love me some Price. Jay Prizzles, first round pick. Cubano Shake in the spinner. You're in there. We are the degenerates of DFS. Fuck yeah, that's what we are. No corporate ownership here, guys. Just for players, by players, wanting to kick ass, building tools, producing wins, doing the research, doing the data, writing books. Hang on. Let me show you something, guys. Let me show you something. Have you seen my Twitter profile picture? When I wrote the books. Wait a second. No, I don't want that. I want this is myself. No. Come on, come on, man. That's not what I want. Oh, because we're live streaming. So I was going to show you my beautiful profile picture here of me as a author with a very professorial look, but while I'm live streaming, it won't bring that up. Put on my full Dan Brown look. Got the pipe, the tweed jacket. Tweed jacket professor at Harvard. Got that look. All right, here we go. We're back on the clock. Blah, 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 blah. 3 running backs, 3 wide receivers so far. Wide receiver group is starting to whittle down here, right? The last, what I call premium wide receiver, usually on the board, is Marvin Harrison. Oh, an Ascot would have worked. Yes, you're correct. I did need an Ascot. Even if I was a Harvard professor, I'm not sure that I could stomach wearing an ascot. I don't even actually know what an ascot is. Tattoo, as I said. Think about it. I'm trying to actually envision in my mind what that actually is, and I don't know. JM Jr., make your pick, bro. Oh, Ramondre, all good. All good. All right, let's do our win. Let's do the spin. Okay, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Got about 11 of you in here. We are spinning for a free ticket. Put into your Drafters account for the $15 main event. I'm just giving tickets away. They told me as long as I do Drafters Draft on the stream, I can give away a ticket. And I'm a sucker. I'm like, okay, I can give away tickets. I'll do Drafters. But actually like, JM Jr., JM Jr. wins the ticket. JMJR. Send it to the producer. Here we go. Did another one. Watch the producer get pissed at me because I'm only supposed to do one. But I say they're going to give the fucking ticket anyway. Don't worry about it. If not, I'll take it out of my personal account here and give you the ticket. I'm only supposed to do one. I don't give a fuck. I'm breaking rules. Who do you like for week 1? I like this Malik Willis contest. It's so early, Holiday, because I need to see ownerships. I love Malik Willis if he's not chalk. If he starts to be high owned, let's look elsewhere. What about the other side of that game? Talking about Malik Willis. What about the Raiders? What about the Raiders? Can't forget about Ray Durs. All right, here we go. Jalen Hurts drops to pick 80. I'm going to take Jalen Hurts. Yeah, Mr. 5, I genuinely thought it was going to be you. I thought it was going to be you, bro. But what I will do for you, Mr. 5 Cent, if you can get, what's the web address for Mandels.com? I tried to type it out before. Mandels. Is it Mandels with an S? I wanted to show, because I've been using the Mandels to attack showdowns. Here we go. Oh, I don't know. I can't find it. Give me the web address. Genty on the bringback seems great. Yeah. One of the things I said in my very early first look, of course, before the Genty possible, ankle injury was, I said, if you're not playing Ashton Genty, or if you're not playing Raiders running back at home against the Dolphins, you might as well just shelve the whole team. He'll never have a better matchup. The Raiders will not have a better matchup all year than week 1. So play Raiders players. Bowers, if it has to be. I don't know. Let's use guys from the Raiders week 1. I think the most obvious game in week 1 is going to be Joe Burrow and that whole Bengals situation. Very obvious. But I used to have a name for Joe Burrow, called him Joe Slow Roll, because he started off the season slow every year. He started off the season slow. Also, another thing, guys, to remember for week 1, and this is like just classic week 1 BS. Sometimes the teams just come in not really ready to play. You know, sometimes the players, they show up, they're just not ready to play. I really like taking the later. I like taking the later tight ends. So I'm loath to early grab a tight end. Kind of want to lean towards just taking more position players. Yeah, let's just grab Steffi Diggs here. Like, just load up our strength at wide receiver. I like a lot of late wide receivers too, but I definitely don't like taking early tight ends when there are so many of them floating around in the mid rounds. So we'll see what we do. Yeah, I don't know that he's going to be out. I don't think you're going to get Mike Washington, but if we do, that's a pretty lock button easy play for week 1. Yeah, Stribling is really good too. You know, my prediction, Tattoo, is that Mike Evans will get hurt and Deebo Samuel will get hurt, and it's going to be the freaking Stribling show this year at some point. That's my Geek Stradamos prediction about the 49ers. As a matter of fact, I could see a situation where the whole 49ers team just takes a dump. People start getting hurt, banged up, CM sizzles, looks for the exit door, gets hurt, and then it just becomes like a complete shit show in San Francisco, which would be appropriate because if you ever walked around in San Francisco, like in the public, it's a pretty big shit show over there. So why not follow suit with the football team, right? DFS Army shirt, gear going strong. By the way, guys, one of the things we do at DFS Army is you rock the avatar. See how Saya Saw got that DFS Army avatar? Rock that avatar on your DraftKings and FanDuel account. Take down a tournament, which you will, especially showdowns with the way that we're crushing them. Crushing them. Okay? And get your DFS Army avatar in there. Get your DFS Army, and we're going to send you a swag bag. Larry the Mandel guy. And I actually wrote Goy, and then, yeah, there you are. But where's the website? I found it. We're on the clock. Kraft goes. Laporta goes. We don't have a tight end, so it's probably time to get Kylie Pitter on the team. Mandel store. Oh, there it is. Oh, it's a TikTok store. I don't know TikTok, bro. I don't understand TikTok. I'm freaking boomer age. I'm not boomer, but I'm Gen X. I don't know how to use TikTok. Needles everywhere in San Francisco. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, man. That place is gross. It's a fucking shit show in San Francisco. If I was homeless and drug addict, that's exactly where I'd want to go. My goal isn't to hit, but I want the swag, bro. Yeah, you want the swag. Listen, you're going to win showdowns this year if you follow my lead. It's that simple. You're going to have wins. You're going to get some swag. I want to send out the swag. Look at this hat, bro. It's fucking blue, black shirt. You know how comfortable this shirt is? I tried 19 other versions of this t-shirt until we settled on this one. Fits me, look ripped when I wear it. Fuck yeah. Shoulders look good. Shoulders. Body. Been working out. You need the hat. Malware. I'm gonna tell you something. I've been thinking about this a lot. Something I've been thinking about in terms of like men. Okay? Back in the day, I've been watching a lot of Revolutionary War documentaries and all this shit. Why am I doing that? Because it all started with like the America 250th birthday, and then I went to see the Young George Washington movie, and it was kind of cool. And then I was like, let me go all in on George Washington, right? And I started diving in all this crazy stuff. I went to Boston, did the Liberty. This summer I went to Boston, did the Freedom Trail. All that fun stuff, right? Love America. That's what I was saying. I was thinking about going up to Lake America for one last hurrah, but I think it's too late. But one of the things I was thinking about was back in the day, dudes had it right. Like, you never showed off your bald head. Either you got a bald, you slapped on a freaking powder wig. You don't walk around with your head shining all over the place for everybody to see. You got a powder wig on that. Didn't wear a wig, put on a top hat. It's totally acceptable. Men made it, when the patriarchy was ruling, men made it acceptable and cool to walk around with either a crazy wig or a top hat. You know what I'm saying? Let's see if that works. The Mandel store. There it is. Oh, yeah. Here we go. Men had a top hat. They had a wig. Look at the Mandel store, guys. You get all these fragrances. In the wind, all this stuff. I have this going on in my office. Shop Mandels. And then you go to the shop, get one of these beautiful Mandels for your office. I got Zen and Zone. That's the one I use to get in the headspace. It doesn't smell that great when you hold it up to your face, but when it's lit, amazing, that one. We're 3 picks away. So shout out to the Mandel store, www.mandel.store. That's Mr. 5 Cents shop. Candles designed for men, by men. Danger zone. Light it up, though, when your lady comes over, and she will appreciate you. Yeah, it's time to get my QB2. Let's go Danny Dimes. Yeah. Yeah, DFS Mallet. I'm telling you, get some Mandels. Bro, but for real, Mr. 5 Cent, let me tell you something, bro. When I did this trip up to Boston, so I'm going to continue on that theme. When I did the trip up to Boston Freedom Trail, I'm going into all these little cute shops. I got my family with me. I go to Mystic Village in Connecticut, and I go all these little cute little places in Newport, Rhode Island. And every place I walked into, a lot of these spots had like candle displays, like these types of candles, but they weren't Mandels. And I kept saying to my wife, I was like, why don't they have a fucking Mandel display in here? I buy a Mandel from this store. You need to go around to cute little shops and get the Mandel display. I'm telling you, they were just like the Mandels, but some other version of a candle. I was like, fuck that. That's not for men. America. Let's go. You know it. You go to the Mandel store. You got to go. You got to push the Mandels in those little shops, tourist shops. That's where people buy that kind of stuff. Get in there, display. My wife was like, you should be the salesman for this. Yeah, go in, knock on the door, ask for the owner. Hey, where are the Mandels around here? We don't have that. What do you mean? Yeah, yeah. You know what? I got a couple of friends. You want to hear something terrible? This is a tragedy. This is a disaster, actually. Let me share a personal disaster with you guys I'm crushing this draft, so I'm not even worried about it. We're crushing it. And this is for real. I've got a couple of friends my age. We go out to dinner. We all hang out, wives. Everybody's got really good looking wives. Awesome, right? Cool. No worries there. But both of these dudes, both of them got a fucking head of hair that looks like they're 20. I'm like, how the fuck do you have that much hair? There's no implants going on. They just have this amazing head of hair. And the last time we all hung out, I said, guys, what the fuck is going on with this hair you have? Like, how do you have so much hair? I don't know. Lucky. So I told them I might have to stop hanging out with them, which I don't know. Was that harsh? I said, I might not be able to hang around with you guys anymore. There's too much hair. You're making me look bad. I'm not even bald, but like I'm bald enough compared to that. Not more than you, Tattoo. They're like you. And I'm telling you, don't get too cocky. I'm cutting those guys off too. I'm like, you know what? No. Don't get too cocky. Don't get too cocky. I'll cut you off. Nope. I'm going to show up. Make me look bad? Hell no. Hell no. Yeah, my guy Malik. Yep. Don't make me look bad. I'll cut you off. I'm just taking a look at my bye weeks, make sure we've got a good spread of bye weeks. And we do. This one's showing up really nicely so far this draft. Again, we're in the Eliminator. Used to live near Mystic. Oh, wow. Yeah. You know who lives around there, Mousky? Ray Zanny. No, I told him, I was like, why the fuck is with all this hair? So then I told my wife, I was like, listen, I need to get the implants, bro. I need to just sew in some, just fill it out, thicken it up a little bit. But anyway, we got the DFS Army hat. We don't need to show off the hair. I'm telling you, back in the day, those guys had it made. John Adams, George Washington, all those guys. They didn't worry about ball. They slap a fucking powder wig on. Look good. Oh, Mr. 5 Cent in Bristol. Bro, you got to go to Mystic. Go to Mystic Village, man. Get a display going. I'll tell you the shop. There was like 3 shops there that need a Mandel display. I think you're thinking of Sam Adams. Sam Adams banged all the hotties. John Adams was a serious guy. John Adams was like a little too serious. Ladies, not that interested. Yep, the brisket. Yeah, no. Sam Adams was, he was a player. John, serious guy. Yeah, no one liked John Adams, really. He was kind of a dick. Like, he was a vice president, but like turned into president, but like no one really liked him. He's kind of a jerk. Still a founder, still awesome, but, not as likable. Like a rich lawyer. When the Brits did the Boston Massacre, killed a bunch of people in Boston, they wanted to fry those soldiers. They tried him. John Adams was the lawyer. He got him off. He was like, I don't care. I'm a lawyer. I mean, again, honorable guy, but not super well loved. Good dude, though. Didn't he drink Yoo-hoo? I don't even know. You lost me there. You lost me. No, I told my friends, I'm actually going out to dinner with a bunch of my buddies tonight. The wives. All great heads of hair. I don't know what's going on. Make me look bad. Tight end group. Barner. Wide receivers. Yeah, we're running out. Running out of talent. The talent's drying up real quick. Quarterback group. I kind of like Michael Penix as a late rounder. Hurricane Mike, we already did the giveaway, and you were in there. I just added you in, but you did not win. JMJR won it. But you were in there, Hurricane Mike. You're just really slow on typing that shit out. Go live. I feel like you're way behind in the video. I thought it was from Big Daddy. Oh, man. See, I don't know. All right, there you go. Steamy letters. There was stuff about George Washington writing steamy letters to this other chick, but back in those days, those steamy letters, what feels like a steamy letter to you today, like this is just some history, bro. But like what feels like a steamy letter from back in the day, booty. It's booty time. What felt like a steamy letter back in the day was really just how they wrote. The writing in the 17 and 1800s was very poetic and very intimate. And so even friendship letters were very intimate. It's almost like, I don't know. I don't really know how to compare it to anything today because we don't speak in an eloquent fashion. We don't really write to one another. Right now, every time I write anybody anything, the first thing I'm thinking is they're going to screenshot it and share it. So make sure not to write anything too stupid. No, I appreciate you. Yeah, I've seen your name, Hurricane Mike, and I appreciate you, my brother. That's why I put you in. I actually put you in the wheel spinner even before you gave me the name. I was like, fuck it. His name's probably Hurricane Mike. So I did get you in there. But we did 2 giveaways today. I'm out of giveaways. Out of giveaways. There we go. I forgot what I was talking about. Completely lost all track of what the hell I was just saying. But either way, let's take a look at the draft here. Again, we're in the survival format on drafters, and 75% of the field moves on every single week until we get to like week 15, and then it's a 50%er, week 16, 50%er, and then final week of the season, it's like 125-man showdown, right? And so, oh yeah, the hair stuff. But 125-man showdown. So in this contest, in the Survivor, I think that the correct method is draft like I'm drafting right here. Just a well-rounded, nice, all-around team. Well-rounded, going to have starters. Do not allow the bye weeks to cluster. A clustered bye week is going to cost you a win. So we don't want to allow those to cluster. Like you see here, Pitts, Kittle, and AJ Barner. Pitts and Barner got bye weeks on 11, and Kittle is 8. So what if Kittle gets hurt and week 11, I'm sitting there scrambling? So like for another pick, I'll probably put in another tight end just to make sure. So we'll get a 4th tight end going. There's also some quarterbacks here that will still get snaps. So might as well just get them on your team. Get those kind of players on your team so that you have them scoring for you. There's some other interesting drops so far, like Charbonnet and Kamara. These guys will be injured early, but it doesn't matter, because I plan to be here longer than just 1 week. So I'm going to put Charbies in there as well. Now I got Jadarian Price and Charbonnet backing him up. So if one guy gets hurt, the other guy steps up. All good. Yeah, Kamara, I think that's a good pick here in round 17. I think it's a great pick. Who cares that he's hurt the first few weeks? Yeah, there's Penix. There's a lot of guys I was around to take, but I had to get my guy. But yeah, you want to get these names that, like, once I get to the later rounds, if there are players dropping because of perceived early season not going to play issues, I'm not too worried about that. I'm not too worried about that because I expect that my early draft will get me through those first 4 or 5 weeks of the season. And then if I can have a cavalry coming in, this is not cumulative scoring. This one is survive, get to the end, win it. And the key to this contest, I know it, is you need a lot of entries because you're not going to win the week 15, the final, if you just have one out of, it's 125 and you just got one in there, you ain't winning that. But if you have 10 in there, wow, give me a 10% chance at 200K or whatever the first place prize is here. Sure, I'll do that. Right? Quarterback group, no one left of use. Deshaun Watson's so bad. Oh, he took Sadiq. Fucker. Deshaun Watson's so bad that, like, you can't even rely on him for anything. Running back group, pretty shit. Yeah, I do want another tight end. I don't love this this group here. I'm gonna go Deron Waller. What if he resurrects? I doubt it, but he's always hurt and he stinks. Could give you a couple good weeks. It's funny, this little round over here, in between the Charbonnet pick, Gunnar, Kamara, Penix, all really good, and Sadiq and Demario Douglas, like basically all of my late round guys all got eaten up. Is this people in the chat? No. Hell yeah. Hurricane Mike, make sure that you are in the Discord at DFS Army right now as well. It's really, really important. I'm going to show you a couple things, making sure, right? You want to go to under NFL, we have our playbooks. These are all reports and books that I wrote in this offseason, covering everything you need to know to crush DFS in 2026. Cracking the DFS code. We looked at winning tournament lineups and how they're structured. 12 chapters, details, the change in the meta from a couple of years ago to today. A lot of stuff that we were doing wrong because our meta was measured in 2022 and 2023 and 21, and so much has changed in DFS since then. Most people are doing it wrong because they're using old data. No one's done a study like this. No one's even come close. No one has the data that I have to even do this fucking study. I got calls from other competitors asking me for the data warehouse that we have. Can I buy it from you? I was like, no, you don't have enough money to buy this shit from me. Sorry. Actually, they did, but they certainly weren't offering enough money to buy it from me. And then the Showdown Codex, 350 Showdown tournaments over the last 4 seasons. We figured out exactly what Showdown winning lineups look like. It's that simple. We figured it out. We share it. Let's go Najee Harris. We figure out what they look like. And we back tested to the point where we can create lineups that look like. We looked into correlations and we lean heavy into it. All of this information is there. And then we're doing back test streams together as a group to teach and disseminate the information ahead of the season. We're in DFS training camp right now. So it's really important that you're in the Discord and following along and participating. Can you get Players Club videos on a light subscription? Yes. But you need to find the link. A light subscription does not get you into our Discord. So we do post them, but a lot of times we post them on the DFS Army website when they go live. But just be aware, you're going to have to find that link on Saturday afternoon on the DFS Army website. Yes, you will get it, but I don't think you should do live. I think you should do light. You should do a full VIP. Our Discord is where it's at. It's where our community lives. It's where we teach. It's where our last minute plays are discussed. It's where we get on things that I'm not able, the videos come out on Saturday. NFL Sunday is at 1 o'clock, right? Some shit changes. I put out a morning note a lot of times on Sunday mornings if things have changed. So you're going to miss a lot. You miss a ton. Like, if you're not in our Discord, you're missing out on a lot of our stuff. Yeah, I mean, those are the most important. You're just missing out on a lot of our stuff. So I'm not going to critique it. Listen, we want you to sign up, like, whatever. But I genuinely like to see people in the Discord participating in the community. We also cheer each other on. Listen, it's a lot more encouraging when you're attacking tournaments. We're all talking and you see your buddy win one and you're like, holy shit. Holy shit. We were just talking and now he's 50,000, 100,000 richer. And we're doing the same thing. Why not me? And that's a lot of the whole idea. Here we go. Drafters team, $10 best ball survivor team, Hurts, Jones, and Brisket. Different bye weeks. We're good. We got running backs, Jonathan Taylor, Kenny Walker in the beginning with Jadarian Price. We've got Jadarian Price backed up. This is a good contest, by the way, to draft handcuffs for. But I could have gotten I think I know who the Kenny Walker handcuff is. Emmett Johnson, but not sure. Got Rashad White. He's going to be playing. Zach Charbonnet, when he gets healthy, he's going to be playing and backing up Price. So I kind of have a double tap here. We got Najee Harris in there as well. Wide receiver group 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 wide receivers. Probably would prefer to have 7 or 8. Yeah, definitely do VIP. And hell yeah, brother. And use promo code BOOK. There's still a little bit of time to use promo code BOOK to get 20% off VIP. Do it. Definitely do it. Get that 20% off. It's like the same price. 1 spot left in league number 4. Tattoo. As soon as that's filled, start collecting the cash, man. If somebody doesn't pay within an hour, get them out. Put a different person in there. We got to start those leagues up quickly. If they want to do another one, we do another one. Yeah, 5 tight ends. That's a bit much as well, but some of them are duty. So had some overlapping buys. I think this team is built robust enough to survive. But if I had to do it again, I probably want one more quality wide receiver in this group. So what could I have done different? I don't really know. Maybe I don't really know. Maybe wait a little bit on that first quarterback, get an extra stud wide receiver. Not really sure. Kind of went how it went. Or maybe like when I'm hammering, Pitts and Kittle probably shouldn't have taken both, right? Those are both kind of still get a good wide receiver zones. And what ends up happening is you kind of spend a little too much there. And I'm down 1 wide receiver from where I'd like to be. Positive thing is I have enough at the other positions to fill the flex. So like I'm probably only scoring my wide receivers in the 3 WR spots. Let's go back to I kind of feel like doing another draft. For the final Draft-a-Palooza of the year, I'm kind of feeling a third one. do another one. Gonna hang out. I need some water or something, but I have a water over there. I'm gonna grab it. Let's do one more. Fast draft is 0 of 12. I'm not doing that. No way it will fill. Oh, here we go. Fast draft. I'm doing it. Main event. Main event, guys. One last draft. One more main event draft for me. On screen, we'll talk about the draft. We'll talk it through. Filled up pretty quick. That's what I'm talking about. I'm pick number 2. Give me 1 second. I need to bring some water over here before this draft starts. So let's go camera off. Right. All right. We are back. We got some seltzer. Taco, jump in the chat, man. Jump in the stream, bro. Come hang out. Ha. Airborne's working at the water plant. Fucking real man. Love it. 2.0, easy Bijan Robinson pick. Easy Bijan pick right there. Oh, appreciate the whole crew, guys. Couple things I'm working on. You know, we had our big NFL team meeting the other day. All the shows are being prepped, ready to go. Super excited about the content we're bringing out in 2026. Let's see who's in here with us. No one, because I jumped in and just literally grabbed the last spot. No one could have joined. By the way, that's not even on you. Taco, no one could have gotten in here. I saw it. It was like 11 of 12. And I just joined. Mostly because it takes forever to fill these fuckers. And, you know, if I'm sitting on, I just got to grab it quick. So we're doing a third one. Here we go. James Cook goes, so this is pretty chalk for how these contests go. JSN ahead of Puka, you know, okay. I can especially see it more in even a Survivor. Again, we're back to the championship main event, though. And again, in this contest, 2 things are going on. Number 1, it's a cumulative score. We don't have to stack. We're just putting together a good quality lineup. Ooh, I did not see that. Yeah. All right. We're going to do a lot of Survivors then this weekend. I'm about to start slow draft season on Drafters. I got to get a lot of lineups in the Survivor. I want to prove to you guys, when I tell you I can beat a contest, I want to prove to you guys that we can do it. If I could just get like 50 drafts going in the Survivor, I feel like I'm going to get 10 lineups in the final. My problem is I only have so much stamina to draft these before I start to wear down. We took Bijan in round 1. Again, the way this contest works, though, it's cumulative scoring. So, hey, if you start falling out of it, those lineups are dead anyway, whatever. That's why I like the Survivor. Every week that you're in, it's a new, fresh start. But I love the Survivor more. But in the main event, the one really cool bonus feature that they do, so I don't, you know, cumulative scoring is fine. But when you're out of it, you're out of it. But here's the thing. This also has a weekly winner format. So even if you're completely out of it, and you have one spike week, you can win $5,000. That's what I'm talking about. When tonight's preseason slate will be on the Domination Station. Don't know. Obviously, a little bit closer to lock. Preseason games are really tricky. We try to get ownerships. We try to get all the player information we can before you put it up there. So, you know, I'm sure it'll be up within an hour or two, but I do not participate much, if at all, in preseason football. So I don't really do a lot of preseason DFS. That's not my role. It's not my role with DFS Army. I am in full week 1 prep mode. I haven't even been playing MMA the last few weeks. I haven't even been playing NASCAR because I can't. Yeah, I can't. I have to focus 100% on the things that I can focus on, that I can, you know, help us with, so to speak. So I'm fully focused on NFL week 1. you got to see what, again, the showdown stuff, the back testing. We did a lot of back testing last night. Again, came up with some really cool approaches. Went into the difference in when you're doing main slates. There's no one way to perfectly do it. Some of the approaches require just like forced mins on a lot of different quarterbacks to help like diversify the QB exposure. Really works on a slate when a rando QB goes off, which is almost every single one. Guys, we noted yesterday, we added a little something to our process yesterday that I forgot. One of the lessons from the Cracking the DFS Code book was to avoid running backs on teams projected 20 points or below on the total. I totally had forgotten about that. But in our data, those kind of running backs return, they show up in tournament winning lineups 60% against their ownership, which is negative 40% leverage. What does that mean? If a player is owned 10% across all lineups, but they only show up in, let's say, and this is just an average, but they only show up in 6% of winners, that is negative leverage. So one of the things we started to work in yesterday was, oh yeah, I totally forgot about eliminating running backs with a team total under 20. And it's even greater when their team totals are under 18. And the shocking thing is there are a lot of running backs like that people use. So we added another little twist to our main slate approach yesterday, doing that. By next week, Monday, we're also going to be doing a lot of testing of forced secondary stacks. So we still have a lot of main slate back testing work to do. We do it as a team. We come up with settings. Everybody learns, and it leads to wins for all of our members. Again, super different from anything you're going to experience anywhere else. Everywhere else that you go, they're going to say, do this. And then, again, our playbook strategy, one of the things I learned in the Shark study was the things that most of the other sites are telling their members to do are not what their winning players are doing. One of the biggest players in the world, Giant Squid, I believe he is a SaberSim person, but his approach is not generic SaberSim at all. He's going very heavy, very specific with the things that he does. So he's winning despite the tools, not due to. It doesn't just generic run it. And actually, that's the correct way. You as the user need to come up with your approach. Am I going to fade the shit out of chalk? What are you doing? What is your approach? Yeah, I'm going to grab the Josh Jacobs spot here and just hope for the bets. What I'll do is I'll back him up with Marshawn Lloyd later on. But give me Josh Jacobs in the end of round 4. That is something I'm going to have a difficult time passing up on. Another reason I took Josh Jacobs just there is because knowing how these contests go, you really can't wait all that long on your running back position or you are going to be fucked. So like by the time it gets to pick 70, all of these running backs are going to be gone, and we're going to be very heavy into the third tier of running backs. So I know that if I don't take another running, like, yeah, there's still some pretty good wide receivers, and I'd love some of those guys. There's still Tyler Warren's available, but I already know that if I don't take a third running back that's good here, I am going to be fucked. So I'll take David Montgomery. I don't buy that. I think David Montgomery is going to have a great year. Yeah, Jadarian Price also. Watch what happens. By the time this gets back around to me, anybody who's a good wide receiver is running back is gone. And we're going to be into that second tier of like, Jonathan Brooks, who I like still, but he might be gone too. And that's the RJ Harvey, Gainwell, Dowdle. This group is fine, but at that point, that's where we want to be pivoting over to some of these wide receivers. Who's going to be available for us? A lot of the good ones will be gone as well, unfortunately. We'll see what happens. But by my next pick, a lot of talent is going to be well off the board. I've got Neighbors, Devontae Smith with Bijan, Jacobs, and Montgomery. So pretty good overall start. I love this start. I think Neighbors and Smith are WR1s. There we go. J1, backtesting videos are in the, they're already recorded. They are in the DFSARMY Discord as well. Go back and, all posted in the Coach's Notes channel. So go back, check that out. You have to check out the Showdown one. I think Uppers Lad is supposed to be archiving them and keeping them on the page on the website, but I'm not sure if that has been done in any way as of yet. So just jump in the Discord. You'll get those videos. Actually, let me ask. Jay's the one. That's what's up. Welcome to the stream, hanging out. There goes Jonathan Brooks at pick 60. So he didn't even make it all the way down. You know, I love Ramondre, but like Brooks all the way up to pick 60. That's bananas. All right. All right. Wait a minute. Get my phone plugged in. Get this plugged in. There we go. Wait, I'm on the clock next. I got to pay attention. Thank you, Titans, for being slow. All right, we're back on the clock. Yeah, Chris Godwin. I don't have a lot of exposure there, but this is usually a spot where you might want to jump on and take a quarterback. And I feel like if Joe Burrow is there, I might as well just do that. Burrow is so much better than these other guys over a course of a season, if he stays healthy, which he never does. So Joe Burrow, we got our quarterback, 3 running backs, 2 wide receivers, and still need to beef up the wide receiver room, of course. But I'll also beef up my running backs if I can here. So he took Trevion Henderson. Yeah, this is probably Godwin goes. Wow. Tucker Kraft could get here, could take another QB and just go crazy. RJ Harvey, Rico Dowdle is available, can get that 4th running back in and sort of not need any more running backs the whole time. Or wide receiver, DK Metcalf, Reed. I don't love these guys. So, you know what? I'm going Dowdle. We're going heavy running back on this one. Heavy running back. There we go. All right. So I've got 4 running backs, 2 wide receivers, 1 quarterback. Running back is done. When you have that set up, the next running back I'll take is in like round 18 or 19. Don't need more. But we're going to have to get a lot more running backs or wide receivers. Again, if you're wondering where is my stack, I don't fucking stack these. It's not necessary. The only downside I'm seeing on screen is most of these people seem to know also that you don't need to stack, which is unfortunate. All right, that's a bummer. This guy tried to force. This wasn't even a 4 stack. Allen and DJ Moore. That's just fine, right? Caleb Williams with Loveland. So this guy's pushing stacks, but he kind of took Caleb where he was supposed to go. So again, I don't mind the stack if it's not something you're forcing. Yeah, this is an unforced stack here. He just took Jaden Daniels where it's worthy. So most of the people seem to know how to play in this format. It does seem like Drafters has a pretty good, sharp field which is a negative. I don't want that. I don't want them to be sharp. Let's see if any of these other guys are forcing stacks. It's the first thing I look for. Like, yeah, McConkey guy, is he forcing stacks? No, I mean, it's kind of an acceptable spot for Herbert as well. So, you know, what he doesn't realize is when you take everybody who has the same exact bye week, you lose. And so, like this guy, better balls. He, you know, this is a guy who's got a lot of drafts going here, and it's probably fine, maybe, but this is cumulative score. And you've got Omar. This is why you don't stack. He's got Omarion Hampton, Ladd McConkey, Parker Washington, and others, right? All with the same bye week. Brian Thomas. Where is this guy? Yeah. And Herbert, 1, 2, 3. So 4 out of his first 6 picks all have the same bye week. How do you win in a cumulative scoring contest when 1 week comes around and you take a terrible score because you pushed all your buys to that 1 week? It does not work. That being said, maybe that guy will pop off for a weekly win and it'll make it worth it. All right, time to get back over. We're looking at wide receivers, tight ends. Yeah, might jump over to the tight end spot here. A lot of players have bye weeks, week 11, by the way. What's up with that? Now, Cortland Sutton, Addison, I don't like. Golden's okay. Lemon, so you got some names there. But I think this is a good spot to grab Kylie Pitter. And again, I'll wait. In the last draft, what I found was that I waited a little too long. I took that extra tight end at, right here, and I ended up feeling like my wide receiver group was a little too soft. So what I'll do in this one is not do that. I'll just start hammering these wide receivers when I can. 112. Again, I like to see a little more of the draft board here. Yeah, we won't be back till 119. Tight end 2, or we can grab our second cornerback. But no, I think with Burrow there, we got to accept that Burrow is going to be scoring for us. So I don't love Matthew Golden. Rather have Romeo Doubs. Let's go Doubs. Yeah. Frank, unfortunately, in this contest, the way the contest is designed, if you don't consider bye weeks, you're just not going to win. That's really what it comes down to. This is a cumulative scoring format. And if you have even a single week where you have a down score, that will cost you the win at the end. You can't allow it. I'm in these kind of tournaments, and even against a smaller number of people, you cannot have a gap week at all. So it's cumulative scoring. If you allow yourself a week where, for example, you're taking zeros because your tight ends all had overlapping buys, you're just not going to win that contest. And you're just not going to win. So I would say bye weeks are maybe less of a consideration if we're doing the BBM contest or the Draftkings main event format. Yes, 100%. As a matter of fact, format is the most important. It's why I like this. It's why I like these contests that don't follow the BBM format, because a lot of people do draft them as if they're still drafting those other ones, because no one, the data out there and sort of the best ball bro community, they push those other contests so much. They drill it into people's brains, a certain approach that kind of maybe sort of works in the BBMs, but it will not work in Survivor. It will not work in cumulative scoring. So that's why I like these contests, because we can attack it differently. We can be a little sharper. Draft your best guys. You're right here, though. Draft the best players on the board. That's how you win a Survivor. That's how you win that's how you win a cumulative scoring format. But do mind the bye weeks. If you overlap your buys too much, you're simply not going to win. You're going to have one bad week, and it will cost you any shot of finishing, like, not just not win. It'll cost you any shot, like in a cumulative score, of finishing like in the top 50. Just 1-0 throughout the whole season. That's a killer blow. Now, if you check out the Survivor contest, which is for me my absolute. I like this one too, but Survivor is like the whoa, Marshawn Lloyd, really, bro? This guy just took Marshawn Lloyd at pick 113. I was gonna back up Josh Jacobs with him on this next pick. Fuck you, man. Damn it. Anyway, back to what I was saying. He took Alex Fierce Pierce. Damn. Oh, that's my bike, Punk. Debo, I have a hard time believing Debo Samuel can stay healthy a full year, but what if he does? Yeah. What if he does? It'd be a great pick if he can stay healthy. The way they use Debo in San Francisco, I almost think it's a certainty that he cannot stay healthy. And we're going to use him as a running back. Like, bro, the guy's 29. Let him be. He's going to return punts. Like, why are you giving this guy the ball? There's Dallas Goedert. Very much like Dallas Goedert this year. Somebody I'm extremely high on. How high? So high that I could touch the sky. I'm just looking ahead, and you're going to see here that within this next round, by the time it comes back to me at pick like 140, fuck. Most of the quarterbacks that are any kind of good for QB2s will be gone. So might as well grab your guy now, which is what I did. Got my second quarterback, Matthew Stafford, backing up Joe Burrow. Again, importantly, do not have an overlapping bye week. So I will have quarterbacks scoring for me every single week. Very, very important. Yeah, Frank, last year I did the the eliminator on Underdogs, one of my favorites, and everybody drafted it wrong. So it was so easy to advance through because a lot of people were drafting it wrong, allowing a freaking crazy bye week. You're instantly out if you have a bye. If you don't space out your buys on the eliminator, you're just out that week. That's it. You were eliminated. That's why you don't do it. But a lot of people were drafting that like 0 RB, listening to the Best Ball Bros. They don't know what the fuck they're talking about. And they were just easy marks. We all, it was just easy to get past the first round because people were just drafting it wrong. You don't draft, so the format is king. And that's the fun part for me, studying the rules, how they differ from what everybody else is doing and seeing if we could squeak out a little bit of an edge. In fairness, though, here on Drafters, so far I have not seen a lot of like donkey drafters, so to speak. Everybody seems to know what they're doing or somewhat have a pretty good idea of what they're doing. Somewhat. I don't see like extreme bad strategy happening so far. I haven't seen that. We're drafting. This is our third draft of the day. It's a lot of drafts on stream, baby. Last one of the year. Rashad White goes. Manon guy. I'm not a big Aaron Jones guy, but I think that's an acceptable place to take him at that point. Danny Dimes. Again, what I said, all the QBs starting to melt away, the good ones. And then we get to what I consider to be the bottom tier, the Darnold, Stroud, Ward, Bryce Young. These quarterbacks at this point, after pretty much after Danny Jones, every quarterback to me is like an acceptable QB3. but not much more. Like you're not super excited about that guy. More of a QB3. Can wait. Tight end group. Again, Turd Ferguson, talked about him before. Just moved up the rankings. Interestingly, ETR guys pushing him the way they were pushing Jacoby Myers last season. We'll see if it works out. We'll see. Phone just will not stop ringing. Malik Washington, 163. We get our third quarterback. No, we get our second tight end here. Actually, let's go Malik Washington. I like that WR1 from Miami. I'll even reach for him a little bit. Trey Tucker, Malik Washington. Give me WR1s on teams that don't have anybody else to throw to. I like it. Gonna have to beef up tight end and quarterback, and then just more wide receivers. That's how this draft is going to go down for me. Tyson, I mean, you talk about a bad pick. This guy's going to be out for 2 weeks. I don't even care how late you're picking him. In this format, cumulative scoring, it's a disaster. Where are we at? Again, wife. Okay. Hammering texts. The hell is so important? Reminder, shopmandelstore.com for my boy. Get those mandals. Candles for men. Set up the mood. Donnie Mitchell, I love that pick. 157, that's about appropriate. Trey Harris might be a guy that could supplant Quentin Johnston. We don't know. There's some real rumor that Trey Harris is a all-purpose wide receiver that could easily supplant Quentin Johnston this year. So good pick late on Trey Harris. Ferguson, I don't love. After George Pickens joined the Cowboys last year, Jason Ferguson, just not that good. Did not have a lot of good games. So he's just like his volume completely disappeared. It's acceptable here, but he was somebody I considered like a target tight end, somebody you were excited about. At this point, no, not excited about him. Just take him. In my next round, I need another tight end for sure. Probably going to add a QB as well. Wide receiver group, still pretty good. Still good ones floating around, although they are fewer and further between at this point compared to like before. Yeah, I'll take Hawk here, and then we'll probably grab a quarterback with the next pick. You could see here, based on the draft board, that I'm picking at 170 and 191 next. So by the time we get back to 191, we're pretty much out of starting type quarterbacks or QB3s. Maybe Mendoza gets there, maybe not. Most of the talent is going to be gone by the time we get to there, but I need my guys. I need my guys in play. This is cumulative scoring format. So let's put the Brissett in here. He is awesome when he plays. We got our third quarterback. We got our second tight end. I'm sitting on 6 wide receivers and 4 running backs. And it's all about like making sure that our bye weeks are spaced out. And beyond that, that we have, you know, a group of players that are good. So Bijan and Jacobs, both bye week 8, bye week 11. So we've got Montgomery and Dowdle backing them up in 8 and 9. If I got to week 11, that's a concerning week. That's a concerning week. So these other 2 need to step up. If one of them is hurt, we're going to get a 0. That's why the bye weeks are so sketchy and concerning in this format. Pitts just sucks enough to the point where like he so disappears sometimes that you need more than just a couple of tight ends. But there's a bunch available late. So from here, we'll try to grab maybe one more running back, a fill-in type of guy. I still have some wide receivers that I like. Tank Dell, I still kind of believe, but you know, I've been losing faith in Tank Dell a little bit. Demario Douglas, good player, going to start. Malachi Fields, you know, he looks like WR2 for the Giants. That's cool. Devon Vele probably going to get meaningful starts for the Saints. There he goes. Omar Cooper, gross. Not a fan. Judy, no. Jalen Knoll, no. Gurmy, Bernard, no. I think Cooper Kupp might have some interesting snaps as well. Like, I don't think Cooper Kupp is completely washed and finished, so he might be a guy that we can get on a little bit. Yeah, I'm sitting on 3 quarterbacks here. Only 2 tight ends, so I'll add another one here before this is through. This is it, guys. This is going to be our last draft of the Draftapalooza season, stream season anyway. So it has been awesome hanging out, just talking smack with you guys all off season long. Got lots of drafts in, much more than ever before. Lots of underdogs. Again, most for me are in the Survivor, but lots of underdogs, a lot of those puppies, got some Draftkings drafts going. And I'm really enjoying this format on Drafters, which I only kind of found in recent weeks. But I think I like this the best of all. Pretty much I'm going to try to get a bunch more going before the season starts. These are just fun to follow. And it's so funny. I'm so quick to put in 150 lineups in a contest, like boom, optimizer, 10 seconds. But the amount of effort it takes to build 150 lineups in best ball is Herculean. Respect out there to those of you guys who are handcrafting lots of these, doing tons of fast drafts. It's crazy. So again, respect for all of that, for everybody's doing it. I love it. It's a super fun format. I love fantasy football. I love redraft. I love best ball. I love dynasty. I love all of it. It's my first love. My DFS love is based off of my fantasy sports enjoyment, but it's also based off of my my sort of obsession, which I do have. I have an obsession with trying to beat games, trying to understand how a game plays out, what the people who are playing it are doing, and how we can adjust a little bit to produce more wins. So DFS, best ball, all of these games have the same basic. These are games. There are ways to beat games. Game theory, stuff like that. DFS the same way. There are ways to beat DFS, or at least improve our chances of beating DFS, that we just need to employ as we're attacking these contests. And again, I find it quite a bit nice in best ball, again, cumulative scoring formats where you have people thinking it's something other than that. The Survivor, of course, where people simply do not understand that you just have to survive week to week and get to the end and just have enough lineups in there to give yourself a shot. You draft conservative, cover your gaps. Don't allow yourself to be in the bottom 25%. That's not such a big ask. Never be in the bottom 25%. That's not a big ask. That's a reasonable build that you could pull for an entire season's worth of entries. Upload projections. If you're going to do a lot of the slows, upload your projections in there, your ADPs, and let us know. Yeah, DFS content's going to start next week. We're going to do our usual content. We're going to get the Draftkings first look. We're going to have a FanDuel first look. We'll have some top short form, top play videos and shit like that. The tournament tactics crew, I might get them together next week as to do like a preview show. Might have a couple of preview shows. I've got our new show partnered with Stat Rankings and Sam Chidori, who you guys met the other day here on the stream. You get a super smart guy just hammering out, stats and knowledge and everything. And he's a data diver. He's also one of the better professional bettors out there. The dude is just money printing cash, betting on sports. So Sam's going to be with us all season long, doing a deep data dive every single week for DFS purposes. That's going to be awesome. And it all starts next week. By week 1, which is the following week, we've got a Wednesday showdown, a Thursday showdown. We've got so much extra going on that week as well. So when actual NFL week 1 hits, it's going to be an explosion of DFS, a nonstop action. No time. Part of the reason why I say get your training and your back testing in now. Get your settings down pat for main slates and showdowns now, over the weekend, next week. Because once the NFL season starts, you're not going to go and have time to go and train the fundamentals. Now you're in it, right? We play a contest. All right, we've already moved on to Friday. It's a nonstop marathon that gives you no time to go back and learn. You got to do the learning now. A lot of people don't. The fact that you guys are hanging out here, those of you who have participated live in the backtest streams, you're at a massive advantage. Because understand that most people are lazy. They will not put in the work. They want it to be spoon-fed to them. And listen, I don't critique anything. I appreciate everybody who signs up at DFS Army, all of that, right? I love it. Thank you for signing up. Thank you for being a subscriber. But if you refuse to put in the work, did I just see Booty? Where's Booty? I can't tell if I saw Booty or Born, and now the time is running out. Fuck. All right, we got Justice Hill. That's fine. Oh, yeah, that's the way to do it, Malware. At work, man. Fuck those. Fuck a job. Fuck the man. Click to disable. Yeah, screw the boss. At work, what else should you be doing? Back testing. That's what you need to be doing at the office. I'm going to grab Penix. I think he's going to be a starting quarterback anyway within the first few weeks. So I'll take one more quarterback scoring for me late in the season. Yeah. Oh, I love it. You're doing it right. You're doing it right. And like I said, guys, not just back test with main slates. You will not. You can win actually just using our generic settings, but there are so many approaches. The main thing I've discovered with main slates is find an approach and do it consistently. So you want to do long tail quarterbacks, get pretty much exposure to a lot of the quarterbacks, especially low owned ones. That's a technique. You have to force them in, and sort of there's a technique to it that we discovered in back testing that wins. It does win. Does it win more than one or another? No, they all had different win rates, which was crazy. So like there's so many techniques that we can use. None of them, like I tried, we can force low-owned players in our lineups. Use 110 versus 115 versus 110, 20% P-owned. Everything you pay for $300, $400 a month on the sim sites, the ones that claim contest simulations, in reality, all they're doing is giving you low-owned lineups, and we can create that on the Dom station without having to pretend that something else is going on behind the scenes. There's nothing like the sim boost rule on the domination station, which replicates game action within every single lineup generated to make it look like tournament winning lineups. You got to use the sim boost. You got to understand how to use it. All of that. What's up, Pounds? Pounds is in some of our best ball leagues right now. So if you, I think best ball league number 4, Tattoo was in here talking about it. I don't have anything to do with those. Tattoo runs that whole thing, best ball leagues, but I told him I'll join every single one. Anytime you make one, I will join and I will pay, and I will take everybody's money because I always assume I'm going to crush all the competition. But if you want to get in one of those, DM Tattoo Freak, or he's posting the links in my Discord channel as well. You don't even have to be a DFSARMY member. Yeah. Pounds, this is it. Today's our last one. So no worries there. This is our last Draftapalooza of the 2026 season. I will not be back next week. I'm going all DFS. I can, as much as I love hanging out, and I genuinely enjoy it. Like I like drafting these teams. And by the way, one of the things I always talk about is the only way I could really discipline my ADD brain to pay attention to a fast draft is in stream. Every time I've tried to do a fast draft, not during streaming, I wind up getting distracted, looking away, and just like my brain floats away. I got a TikTok brain. I've never even been on TikTok. The origin story of DFS. I've talked about this a lot of time. We don't have time anymore. But we will do that on a night stream. Bring that topic up during backtest, a backtest stream, and I'll bring it all up. But I tell the story all the time. So it's nothing new. I've been, let's see, running back. No. We're just going to get another tight end. Bam. All right, we're done. So yeah, DFSARMY origin story, I've talked about a lot, but we'll talk about that another time as we have come to the conclusion of Draftapalooza of 2026, Draftapalooza in total. I want to thank everybody who hung out during Draftapalooza. Shout out to Drafters for giving away the free main event tickets. They told me I can give them away whenever I draft one. We did a bunch of drafts. We gave away a bunch of tickets as well. I'm going to tell you guys, even though Draftapalooza is over in terms of the streams, I won't be doing more of these. We're going to be doing backtest streams in the evenings. Again, not sure if not tonight, maybe Sunday, definitely Monday, Tuesday. We're going to finish up the main slate back testing. I have actually some more little things, wrinkles I want to try to throw in there. So we're going to do that as well starting on Monday. We're already through week 6 of the season. We've been producing wins in back test mode, and it's really important that you join those. The showdowns, I did one back test stream. We won 3 showdowns in a row, and I said, this is enough. We know the exact approach I use there for mass multi-entry is what we're going to use all season long. No need to change. For my 20 max people, for people who want to attack showdowns differently, you need the codex, and we're working a lot of it into our coverage and our cheat sheets as well. But you really need the codex. It's going to help inform those captain decisions. So we are ready for NFL week 1 here. Look out for the first look Draftkings and FanDuel videos here on the DFSARMY page as well. And of course, if you're drafting your redraft this weekend, make sure to grab in the DFSARMY Discord, again, my cheat sheet, which will accompany you on your draft, help you do all of that. Help you do all that. So guys, that's going to do it for Draftapalooza NFL 2026 season. Thank you all for hanging out all year. I think we hit 30,000 subscribers on the channel too. So thank you for that as well. Yeah, we hit 30,000 subscribers. I said at the beginning of Draftapalooza, I want to hit 30,000 subs here on the YouTube channel for DFS Army. We just hit it last night. So congrats to us on that. Pounds, thanks for hanging out. Vishace, Peter Porker, all you guys who've been in here, been watching these. and been hanging out with me, keeping me company while I draft these teams. I appreciate you guys. I'll see you all later. Helmets up, motherfuckers. Let's go.